What's up, everybody? Today I'd like to talk about two different types of motivation that it's important to know about. These are called intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is when you engage in an activity for the inherent sense of enjoyment that you get out of it. When you're motivated intrinsically, you're not concerned about any type of reward that you're going to get for engaging in the behavior or the activity. Intrinsic motivation typically comes from the desire to fulfill one of three different psychological needs. These are autonomy, mastery, or purpose. Autonomy is when you have a sense of control over your actions and you have a sense of making your own decisions. Mastery is when you have an internal desire to learn or to improve or to build competence in a particular area. And the need for purpose comes from the need for finding fulfillment in what you do and meaning in it. Examples of intrinsic motivation could be learning a subject that you're very interested in, or reading a book that you find fulfilling, or pursuing a career that aligns with your values and your purpose in life. So intrinsic motivation is typically correlated with a sustained engagement in the activity, well-being, and higher quality of work. So you want to be using intrinsic primarily because it's going to be self-fulfilling. Extrinsic motivation is when you're motivated by achieving an external reward or avoiding punishment or some type of negative outcome. Examples of this could be like studying a subject because you don't want to fail the test, or completing work tasks just to get a bonus. Some of the good things about extrinsic motivation is that it can motivate you to engage in tasks that aren't very fulfilling. It can also improve performance on like mechanical tasks, right? Because now there's some type of reward at the end. Unfortunately, extrinsic motivation is more related to short-term focus and engagement rather than long-term. And it can also serve to diminish your level of intrinsic motivation. So they did a study where they started rewarding children for drawing, and these were kids that liked to draw because they were intrinsically motivated. It was something that they loved to do even without getting rewards. And after rewarding these children multiple times after drawing, the kids' level of intrinsic motivation or internal satisfaction with drawing started to go down. And this is what we call the over-justification effect. So they were already drawing because they liked to do it. Now that we started rewarding them for doing it, it kind of over-justified it, and they stopped feeling as motivated to do it because they loved it. And so the idea here is that we can start to tap into intrinsic motivation by shifting the way that we look at our goals and shifting our attitude towards working in general. We can start to take tasks that we used to be extrinsically motivated for and start to build a sense of internal motivation and satisfaction with doing those, so that along our journey we can feel satisfied with what we're doing and happy that we're doing it and enjoy what we're doing on our way to accomplishing long-term goals. So tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about how to shift from extrinsic to intrinsic motivation and build that sense of internal energy and drive toward the goals that you want. Stay tuned.